All right, guys, go ahead and fire away.
Jason, what was it I mean, obviously he's long and athletic. Is there anything more to that? Why you guys thought BJ was worth that fifth round pick?
Yeah, I mean, this guy's a freaky athlete. You know, like you said, he's almost 6'6". He's got 35-inch arms. I mean, his bend, his flexibility, his ability to just come off the edge is pretty impressive. I mean, you kind of saw that, obviously, through his whole time at SFA and then also in the East-West Shrine game that he played at. That's where he kind of just really jumped off the page. Yeah, so you got a long, athletic defensive end, arrow up on this kid. So his ability to rush the passer, I mean, you get excited about that for sure.
How important do interviews become when you got a guy who left Baylor, was out of football for a while, ends up at a small school, you know, comes from a small town, and, you know, you don't maybe know how he's going to transition to the NFL in the spotlight like that. So is the interview really important in a situation like that?
Yeah, I mean, you interview the kid. I mean, at the school, talking to the coaches, and even getting to talk to the kid at the school. I mean, meet him for the first time, shakes your hand, looks you in the eye, yes sir, no sir type of kid. And then you go through the whole interview process, obviously. You can tell this kid's just motivated. He loves football. He wants to do well. He's excited. And, yeah, so, I mean, just getting to spend that time with them. You know, all of our coaches have talked with him, loved him. And, yeah, he's just done a really good job for himself through this whole process for sure.
He projects a little bit lighter than typically like Steve likes on the outside. What's the optimism level that maybe gaining weight and this could be a guy that can contribute a year from now potentially?
Yeah. I mean, he played at 220 at SFA, you know, and then since then to his pro day, he's around 240. Yeah. So it's definitely an arrow up, and he's got the frame. You know, he's tall, he's got the length. This kid could easily gain another 20 pounds. And so, like, you know, you take that time to add the weight. You have the frame, and so, you know, when it's all said and done, this kid will fit perfectly.
Do you worry that takes away from his speed at all if he puts on too much weight, though?
I mean, if you do it right, if a kid like that, he's just naturally athletic. I mean, you're in a 4.6, he can jump out the gym. So you look at all of that, you want to be smart with it. You're not just going to go gain a bunch of bad weight, but we do it right here. And he'll put that weight on over a period of time, and he'll still keep all his athleticism, I'm sure.
Jason, you know, the draft is always a time of optimism. You know, everybody talks about, you know, tools and potential, and we can work with this guy, you know, but how long is that process going to take, and how important is that? Well, it's important, but how long is that process going to take?
I mean, it all just kind of varies. No, I know with this kid, he's motivated, and like I said, all of our coaches spend a lot of time with him. He kind of understands what we're wanting from him, and everybody feels comfortable with him. So with that, it's, you know, he'll show up, and like it's really based on the individual, kind of like where they are mentally. And this guy's all bought in, so I don't expect it to take too long. You know, once he gets here, he'll fall right in, and then just kind of learn from a mental standpoint. But then also, we're talking about from a physical standpoint, adding the weight, doing all the things right. I think he's definitely going to do that. So.
What did you guys see at the East-West Shrine?
You see a guy that just knows how to rush off the edge. Like I said, this guy's bendy. I mean, he does some plays coming off where you think his knee's going to buckle for a lot of players and he'd fall down. But this guy's able to keep his balance, keep his feet, and still just kind of bend off the edge. He's got long arms, so he gets underneath the tackle and can drive back and press off the edge. So that's what gets you really excited.
Special teams, could that factor into?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. This guy, I mean, and also with special teams, you know, especially from a defensive lineman, you got to get the right mental standpoint to get out there. And this guy, I know he'll go out there and do whatever it takes to get on the field.
Jason, just from your perspective, I'm sure a lot of the time you're scouting, you're not watching Stephen F. Austin a ton. Can you kind of take us through the process of first learning about this kid, first time watching him play?
Yeah, so, I mean, I went through SFA last year, and I remember they were kind of pointing him out then. So I've known about this kid for over a year now, and then going through SFA a couple times. Wherever the players are, that's where we go to scout. So, I mean, it could be a smaller school, big school, whatever, but, you know, when there's talent there, you got to go, you got to put in the time, and you got to go, you know, wherever the players are. And also with the ability to watch film. I mean, it's really hard, I guess, to ignore smaller schools because, I mean, you can't do that because the talent's there. You got to put in the time. So, yeah, I mean, we've known about this guy for a while, and so he's not really someone that's necessarily gone under the radar too much.
With that year, what did you learn about his makeup that made you comfortable to say, okay, he's going to be committed to football and all in? Because he did mention to us there was a time when maybe he was getting away from it, but he's kind of recommitted in that sense.
Yeah, well, you know, so putting in all the time, hearing stuff from the coaches, the coaching staff there at SFA, it's been consistent the whole time. And it's always been an arrow up. Like, he's always continuing to improve. His football's still ahead of him is what you hear. And getting, you know, talking to him, you definitely get that feel. So this is a high ceiling guy who, and that's just what that's what gets you so excited because you know that the best is still out there for him.
Couple more. Or not? You're done.
Cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks a lot.